Okay, thank you guys for coming to our workshop today. So I think later on we'll have more friends joining, but let's just start now. So today our topic is about AI. It's quite a hot topic, and I personally think currently there is actually kind of a gap in this market right now because as we all know, like first we have chatbots like ChatGPT, Cloud AI, and so many chatbots. They're super easy to use, but most of the time they don't actually do the work for you. They are more for like answering questions. And the second bucket, we have some automation tools, and some of you may be familiar with tools like, for example, N8N, and they can do a lot more than just answering your questions. But for most users without technical backgrounds, they're actually too complicated to use. And then we have the third bucket, which is agent systems. So in this bucket, we have things like OpenClaw and many other claws. But these agents are kind of hard to set up and they're like super expensive to run. So that is why today I'll be using another tool. I'll introduce this later to you, but it's kind of like also an AI agent. So today, what is our focus? My major focus for today's workshop will still be mostly on use cases because I want to say like no matter which kind of agent are we using today, AI agent is just the vehicle. The more important question here is like what can an agent actually do? Like how can an agent actually help us to complete the task instead of just answering the question? So for today's workshop, I'm Kate, by the way. I forgot to introduce my name. Kate, I will briefly introduce a few concepts first, and then I will spend most of the time of this session walking through some practical examples. So today, let me share my screen with you. So these are the use cases that I will be covering today. So I will share something from Google Workspace, like how we can use an AI agent to help us manage our Gmail, our Google Drive, and I will move to YouTube, like how we can use AI to actually do some marketing in YouTube. And also I will introduce lead sourcing, poster making, presentation, PPT making, and also something about our Office. So let's just start. Before everything, I want to introduce some few concepts about the AI agent. So I'm not sure how familiar you guys are with this conception of AI agent, but some of you might be wondering like what is the difference between a chatbot and an AI agent? So the major difference here is that like the AI agents, so today I will be using this tool, it's called Anna. And the major difference between an AI agent such as Anna and a chatbot, for example, ChatGPT, is that the AI agent actually has a hand. So it has something that we call agent, and let me just show you here. So what is an agent? You can think of the agent as the hand of the AI. So for example, here I have, as you can see, like 5 agents. That means I have downloaded this software, the AI agent, on 5 of my devices, like actually 5 laptops. And currently there's one agent online, and you can see it's this one. So I have this online agent on my MacBook. So it's a laptop, right? And when I download this agent on my laptop, that basically means this AI agent is able to interact with my computer. That means it is able to move files or like open files, write files, or do anything on my laptop. So that is an agent. And Anna, like the tool we will be using today, is an AI agent like that. So to use an AI agent, what you need to do is like you first need to signing up in this platform, and then you need to download the agent. You can see here. So once you're signing up, you'll be able to see like a dashboard like this, and then you'll see like if I want to enable some local task, that means I want to enable like file operation, web browsing, and some local task. That means I need to download the agent right here. And after I download it, the dashboard will be like this. You can see it here. So as you can see, like I have one agent online. So that means like this AI agent works by combining the cloud models with one or multiple local agents on the computers. So I can log in from a web browser like this, or like I can also log in from my phone, and I will be able to operate these laptops remotely. For example, I'm at my home, but since this AI agent is on my laptop, it's potentially like perhaps it's in my office. I can also like operate this agent remotely and ask it to do some task for me. So this is like the concept of AI agent. And let me show you, like once I have this agent online, I can see something like, can you see my desktop? And these tags you can showing here, that means this AI agent is actually working on my laptop right now and is trying to answer me my questions. If you want to know more details, you can like check these tags and see what the agent is actually doing right now. So if you understand more about computer or like coding, you'll be able to understand like what exactly it is doing right now. Well, my Wi-Fi is a little bit slow today, but it's fine. Let's just wait a bit. And in the meantime, let me introduce some more concepts for you. So we also have this thing called Sandbox here. This is also an interesting conception. Like, what is a sandbox? So basically, Sandbox means it is the place where the agent can operate. So if I enable the Sandbox mode, that basically means this AI agent is restricted to this folder that I dedicated to it. So it can only operate within this folder. But if I disable the Sandbox mode, that means this agent is able to run on my it is able to interact with the entire computer. So this is the concept of Sandbox. So if you want to make the agent more secure, you can enable the Sandbox mode. But if you want to make it more safe, you can disable the Sandbox mode. And also, the next conception I want to introduce is memory. So for most chatbots, they don't have a memory system, right? But for AI agent, you can think of this as an AI companion. So it does have its own like memory system, and we can check it out here. In this memory dashboard, we'll be able to see like all the things that this AI agent actually remembers about me, the user. So you can see like it remembers things like facts about me, some episodes, some insights, and also my personal preferences, my relationship with others, and also my goals. So that means the longer time you spend on this AI agent, the more familiar it will be with you, and it will like eventually become a friend or a companion. It will understand when you ask this type of questions. It knows like what you actually means. So you don't need to repeat some background information about yourself again and again to this agent. Oh, thank God, this Wi-Fi is finally work. Okay, so you can like check it out here. When I ask, can you see my desktop? It actually runs a bunch of like commands on this agent, which is on my laptop, right here, like my MacBook Air. And here is the answer, like, yes, it can see my files on the desktop, and it looks like a busy workspace with several active projects. So the key folders it says are actually like my videos, my skill files, some images, some PowerPoints, and a bunch of drafts and some recordings. So that is what I mean when I say once you have an agent, you basically have an employee or like a remote employee who can always work for you like 24 hours a day. So this is the idea of agent. So back to the topic I was talking on earlier. I was talking on the memory part, right? So this is actually something interesting because it looks like this AI agent actually has a soul. So we have on this AI agent we have two modes. You can check it out here. The first one is called main soul, and the second one is called Zen mode. So a main soul means all the conversations that you are going to have with this AI agent will be part of its memory, while the Zen mode means like all the conversations happening in this session will not be included in its memory. So the right way to use AI agent like this is that if you want to talk about something that is like crucial to you, or it is just part of your life, you can choose the menso part so that you can make sure like the AI agent will keep this in mind and you don't need to repeat it again next time. But if you're just doing some random task that is just not important to you at all, or it's just a testing, then you can use the Zen mode. So basically there is only one menso Anna because there is just, you have one friend, right? But there are like a bunch of Zen modes. Like you can create like unlimited Zen modes. You can check it out here. I actually have over 500 Zen modes. So one test we can see here is that if I ask, hi Anna, I want to ask something about your memories about me. Is that okay? I ask this question just because I want to check my Wi-Fi again. I'm really annoyed by this. But so if you like keep talking to your AI agent on this memory mode, it will be like more familiar with you. So okay, my Wi-Fi works. Okay, let me just ask Anna something like, do you know my personality? So if let's check these things here. So actually this AI agent, with the memory, it knows my personal goals, my objectives. It also has some perceptions about the bond between me and the agent, and also it knows my preferences. So this is the memory part. And the next thing that is interesting I want to introduce to you about AI agent is something called skills. So if you are familiar with AI agents, you might be familiar with this kind of thing we call skills or tools, but if you're not familiar with this, I will explain this to you like now. So what is a tool and what is a skill? Why do we need skills and tools for AI agents? So we can just first, let me show you my skills here. So as you can see, like I have so many skills. Skills are actually a packaged workflow. It let me firstly show you like a skill template. So this is the template of a skill. You basically have a name here and the description of the skill, the category, and most importantly, we have the skill content here. And this is just a file. And what you can do is you can just click this My Skill and you can import this file. And once you import it, you basically have a skill here. And later on, I will be showing you guys how I use skills, like so many skills, in my daily routine work to make all the workflows more efficiently and more effectively. And we also have, let me just expand this to you. For example, I have this tool here, I have this skill here. It's called YouTube Benchmark and Packaging Strategist. So this skill is a research first YouTube skill for creators. It is able to find benchmarks, study hot topics, and generate stronger titles and descriptions with precise YouTube Manager tool usage. So this skill is used for by like creators of YouTube, right? YouTubers can actually use this skill to find benchmarks and study competitors. And for example, I also have this skill. So this skill is about Gmail. It is used to protect important Gmails, stage cleanup. So for example, if I have so many random unread emails, like those ads, I can just like clean it up by using this skill. And also it will execute some approved actions, such as like replying an email for me, deleting some emails, and prepare drafts for me, review newsletters, and so on. So this skill is about Gmail, right? And also this is the concept of skill. It basically, you can think of it as like some sort of employee within one industry. And we also have something like named tool. So currently I have here PDF tool, Markdown tool, and so many tools. So what is the difference between a tool and a skill? A tool is more like a lower level capability. For example, I may have a Google connector tool, which is able to access which is able to access Gmail, Google Doc, Google Sheet, Google Drive, and so on. This is a tool which named Google Connector, right? And a skill is something sitting on top of the tool. For example, in this Google case, on top of the same Google tool, I can build multiple skills. For example, I can build one skill about like Google Sheet editing, another skill about Gmail replying, and one more skill about cleaning people's Google Drive folders. So if for the Google tool, there is maybe only one Google tool, but on top of this tool, I can build multiple skills. So basically, tool is more like lower level capabilities, and skills are packaged capabilities about a specific workflow for a specific job. And the reason why we need skills and tools when we are doing some workflows on AI agent are basically two reasons. The first one is about stability, and the second one is about token efficiency. So for example, in the skill about Gmail, the skill will contain a lot of techniques about how the AI agent can figure out the most effective and efficient way to use the Gmail API, for example. Without the skill, the models are still able to do that, but they will need a lot more tokens to finish the same one thing. So that is why I said the skill is matters for two reasons: token efficiency and stability. Because by using the skill, we can save a lot of tokens, and also the workflow will become way more stable compared with like we don't use skill and we just like talk with the AI agent. So I will be showing you this magic of skill later on with a lot of use cases. But for now, let me just introduce this concept to you. And okay, my Wi-Fi is just really bad today. Anyway, so this is the final, the last one concept I want to share with you is about the models. So in the AI agent, there are actually a bunch of models we can choose. We have Gemini, we have ChatGPT, things like Minimax, QN, and so on. So one important thing about AI agent is that it's because in this case, AI is not just answering your questions, it's actually doing the work for you. That means the token consumption is incredibly large comparing with just answering questions. So it's actually quite luxury if we are using the best models for AI agent. For example, if we use like the latest newest Claude or GPT model for an agent doing some daily routine work every day or like even every hour, it will become so expensive. And that is why currently like in the industry, the best practices are actually not using the latest Claude model or like GPT model for agent, but using something like Minimax, or people are talking about Minimax these days. And also because it's more realistic. You just can't spend thousands of dollars on AI agent per month because that's even more expensive than actually hiring an employee, right? So and also one interesting thing is that we have this free model here. You can check it out. It's called Gamma. It's actually the new open source AI model from Google. And Anna self-hosted just so that to make sure this one is completely free. But the thing here is that even though it's completely free, it's not as powerful as those like charged models such as Gemini, because well, there is just one reason why this one is more expensive. Anyway, so and now I'll be moving on to the most interesting part, which is the use case. Okay. Okay, because this is my menso, and I sometimes I'm bilingual. I'll be speaking sometimes Chinese, sometimes English. So this time it just answer me Chinese, but it's fine. I'll just ask him again about my memory. Anyway, so